on how to stop focusing on what it is that you don't want. And the reason that I'm sharing this today is because so often when I'm, getting on a coaching call with someone or a discovery call with someone, and I'm asking them, okay, what is your dream? What are your goals? What is your vision? And so often, so like 70% of the time, the default would be to start telling me all of the things that they don't want. So they start telling me all the things that they don't want, things like, I don't want to be so stressed anymore. I don't want to be so busy. I don't want to have so much work and to be so time poor. And they're telling me like all of these negative things that they're experiencing, which they don't want. And so that just tells me, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I can see where your focus is and where your mind is currently programmed. So it really just shows us that when we're so focused on the negativity, on all the things that we don't want in our lives, we are wired to be in that survival program, in survival mode. Because when your stress response is triggered, like when you're literally in the everyday, in your chronic stress, your stress response is triggered, you are in that survival mode mechanism. And your brain, your mind, your nervous system is basically hyper focused and hyper alert to all of the potential threats, dangers, negative things in your life. And so that is where your energy is going. That is where your focus is going. And you end up going down in that downward spiral of negativity. And, we all know about the law of attraction, what you focus on, where your energy is focused is what you're going to attract, right? And so I have a little funny story about this because I live on the island of Bali. It's a tropical island, some very bumpy roads. Like we have a lot of dirt roads, especially where I live in Uluwatu. And so to get around, we have these like scooters and motorbikes. And so when we first moved here, this kept on happening. We kept having the same situations, the same pattern, where every time we'd like turn down a little side road at night and in Bali, there's a lot of street dogs. There's like packs of dogs, roaming around the island. So whenever we'd turn down like one of these side roads and pass like this pack of street dogs, they would start chasing us, barking at us, literally like going full power. And we're thinking, oh my goodness, like we're going to get attacked. And we're like speeding off, I'm on the back of the bike, my partner's driving, we're like speeding off, trying to outrun these dogs. And it's like, whoa, almost like crashing the bike in the process. It's pretty crazy. And this kept on happening. We're like, what is up with these dogs? Like, are they sensing our energy? What is going on? And eventually, we realized that it's because that is what we were focused on. Every time we drove past the dogs, our focus was on the dogs. Our energy was maybe a bit fearful. They could pick up on that fear. And of course, then we kept creating that same situation. So it's like when you focus on what you don't want, you are bringing that into your reality. And so, obviously now we figured it out. We know the hacks. You don't look at the dogs. If you ever come to Bali, make sure you just do not look at the dogs. Just stay in your lane, focus on what it is that you do want. A nice and peaceful journey, being happy, being calm, being safe, focus on the good things. So that is like the first step. We have to stop, focusing on what it is that we don't want. And then we can get resourceful. We start investing our mental energy towards the things that we don't want. Towards the things that we do want. So we start getting that clarity and focus towards our goals and towards our vision. So that is step one. Obviously, our mind is there. And then what I see a lot of people run into then this next problem, which is their mind is focused on what they do want. So we all know about manifesting, they have the vision, they're trying to manifest it, trying to call it in. And their mind is so focused on the future that they're no longer living in the present. And this creates another problem. It's like a backlash because while they're focused on so much and all the things that they do want instead, they are then unconsciously this time focused on the things still that they don't have and on the things and the experiences they don't want now. So it creates this unconscious problem, this unconscious pattern. And lots of people get stuck here. They're like, I'm trying so hard to focus on the right things. Why can't I move forward? Why am I always still stuck here in the same experience, attracting the same patterns? And that's where we then have to go deeper into shifting our energy, shifting our emotions, shifting our actions to really be in alignment to all the things that we do want. And so then it becomes more effortless, becomes more easy because you're then in that flow state. Literally every single part of you is coming into alignment. And then it's like you're going to be so much more resourceful because you're like, really conscious about what you're creating. So you're no longer in that survival mode. You're no longer like focused on the negativity. You're no longer unconsciously attracting the negativity, but you are awakened to your full power as a creator. And that is magical. It's so beautiful because then you are present, you have that inner peace now. It's not like it's a long distance future far away. It's like, wow, you've mastered your state right now. You have this peace and you have this power to create then the things that you do really want. So here's a little reminder for today. Here's a little challenge. If you find yourself like catching your mind, focusing on what's negative, focusing on what's wrong, let this be your reminder to catch that thought and start focusing on what you do want instead. Let's get more resourceful and let's start creating more positivity and, letting our energy naturally start to shift a little bit, because of course that impacts you. It impacts all the people around you. So have a beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you soon for another live love chat. Okay, have a great day.